Why am I wearing sunglasses?
Well, I don't know. I can't give you the answer to that. But what I can do is get you the answers to all the questions that you want to know from your favorite vending creators. Because today is a segment of Meet the Creator on the Tim O Show with your host. Hey, it's me, Tim O. So stick around and don't go anywhere. All right, we have a very special guest today. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, my name is Reyes The Entrepreneur. I have an entrepreneur channel, YouTube channel, where I teach people how to make money, how to lose money, the good, the bad, the struggles. And I'm not trying to persuade anybody to start a business. I'm just showing them how it really is so they can make their own choices.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you know, to be honest, you got me started on this whole entire journey. I started out making eBay videos, and then I went into I used to do the hashtag Reyes made me do it, because every time I'd make a move, it was like right after you'd make a move, and I'm like, I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna do that too. So, man, I'm really I want to say thank you for being on the series today. I'm excited. This will be like the second episode of this series. Well, technically it's the third, but the first episode was not vending, so this will be the second vending episode of this series. So all right, so let's get into it.
We're gonna talk about the vending business.
Yeah, I want to talk about the vending.
Oh, you sure, bro? Because I mean, I'm not gonna talk good about it. I don't I don't want to sell people a dream.
I know. I see. So the reason I wanted you on the show is because I wanted to get a different perspective from different people. So I have a couple other guys scheduled to do the same interview, and I have a lot of the same questions. I picked a few questions out just for each individual interview, you know what I mean? But I know that you aren't really too fond of it. So I wanted to get, your perspective on that. And then I'm going to go through and ask everybody. So that way, somebody who is thinking about possibly getting started with this vending, they can really they can have a real wealth of experiences to pull from and get like a good big picture of it, whether or not it's something they want to do. And on top of that, with vending, there's so many areas of vending. You have bulk vending, you have arcade vending, you have snack vending, soda vending. So I just thought it'd be interesting to get as much info as I can and as much different perspectives as I can from as many different people. And that way I could offer some value to somebody who's potentially thinking about getting into it, because I don't think that there's one place that you can go to kind of get all that information. You got to kind of scour the internet. So with this series, my hopes are to kind of put everything into one space. That way somebody who is getting ready to make the leap can do it and decide whether or not they really want to do it or not without having to go through it themselves.
Just want to let the audience know I still get nightmares with the vending machine business, bro.
And I've heard that, some people do. Some people do get nightmares. Well, how come? What is it about the vending that you didn't like?
First of all, it's an investment. You're not gonna make your money back in 2 or 3 months. It's gonna take almost a year or more. Don't get me wrong, there's some people making great money, but another thing is it's all about the location. If you have a location that's not making money, you're not making money. And it's just a headache, bro. You don't even know how many times I got a text message or a call saying, hey, your machine isn't taking dollars. Hey, a bag of chips got stuck. And I had to put down everything and go take care of that small issue that it was such an inconvenience for me.
So that kind of brings me to my next question is, so you would absolutely say that vending is not a passive income? Because that was my question. I don't think that vending is passive. Would you agree?
Semi-passive.
Semi-passive.
For example, full line machines, I will have to check up on them once every 2 weeks. Every now and then, once every week, because of the headaches. People hitting me up. But once every 2 weeks. For the snack ones, the quarter ones, I had the bulk. I had 25 of them in locations, and I only checked up on those once a month. So if checking up on it once a month is passive to you, there you go.
But the full line machines are less passive than the bulk machines.
Yeah, at least once every 2 weeks. Sometimes once every week, depending what type of machine you have and the headaches it has.
See, I started out with full line. I bought full line machines right out the gate, and then I bought gumball machines because I kind of wanted to try everything. And I tried the gumball machines, and I guess I don't like having to wait a whole month for the gumball machines. I like being able to go check on them every couple weeks. You know, it's I don't know what it is. I enjoy it. So when you first started and you got into it, I know was it maybe Jaime Ibanez that kind of got you like wanting to do it, or you were looking into different side hustles and that popped up as one and you started doing that?
One of the OGs.
So you're
Mike G.
Mike G.
Phone vending. Back when I was smaller, I was doing interviews with other entrepreneurs. He reached out. We did an interview. We created a friendship. He had a small candy machine business. And when I was sick of making shirt content, that's when I started trying different things. And he's the main reason. He's the only reason I started doing candy machine business.
So Mike G. Yeah, I just heard Mike G's back on the scene. He's coming out
He
hot.
came back from vacation.
Came back
from the Bahamas.
Yeah,
about to go hard.
He's about to go hard. Yeah, we're excited. We're gonna try to get him onto this series too. We reached out to him. We'll see how it goes when he gets back. So, do you think it's important to have a mentor if you're gonna start this, or do you think it's just good to just jump in feet first and just figure it out as you go?
Depending on the type of person you are. If you like knowing things before they happen, get somebody who's already been in the industry and shadow them or ask them questions. But me personally, I love jumping into things. Even when I don't have all the answers or know exactly what I'm doing, I jump into it and I figure it out as I go. That's the best way I learn. So whoever's listening to this, you need to figure out what's the best way you like to learn. Do you like having somebody who has more experience showing you the way? Do you like jumping into it? That's what they got to figure out.
Yeah, because everybody learns a little bit differently. I know that some people can sit and watch and like research, and then their first try, they'll get it. I know if I sit and research, the first try is going to be the same as if I didn't research anyway. So I've learned to I like to jump in and get started, get my hands dirty, and see if it works for me, see if it's something I like.
Me personally, I don't focus on trying to get all the answers because most of those answers might not happen. So I like going, and then when I get a problem, that's when I look for the answer.
Yeah, because you could spend a lot of time doing research and then never encounter some of the problems, you know, that you're researching into.
And you're just wasting time.
So let's say there is somebody interested in getting started and they want to do it. They've made up their mind. They want to get into it. If they came to you for advice and they asked you, said, "Hey, Reyes, I was thinking about doing this vending machine and I have an opportunity to buy some bulk machines, arcade, soda, or a snack machine." Now, if they were already determined to start this business and you couldn't talk them out of it, but they just needed help deciding what type, what would you suggest? After, because you did it for a while. So like with your amount of experience, what would you suggest to a beginner who's looking into getting into vending?
Are we only talking about full line or also bulk?
Well, I'm talking about everything altogether. So like say somebody approached you, was like, I want to start vending. Which part of vending do you think would work the best? Whether it would be bulk, full line, or like arcade?
So I actually get this question a lot about the shirt, eBay, vending. What should I start? And I always tell people, start as small as possible, as cheaply as possible, because they want to jump in because they see other YouTubers flexing the money, but they don't see the headaches. They don't see how much work it's going to take. So what I tell people is start with a small bulk machine, a gumball machine from Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. Always start used. And here's the reason why. So you could get experience of all the headaches, because when you buy used, something might be wrong with it. You're gonna have to improvise. You're gonna have to figure things out, and the sooner you get used to doing that, the better off you're gonna be in the long run. Because let me tell you, I bought so many machines, a good amount of them, they had issues, they had problems that I had to fix on the spot. And I'm grateful I started used, because those used machines needed work. So I had to take them apart, clean them up, and it really helped me understand how a bulk machine works. So start that way.
Excellent. Yeah. So buy the used machines. That way you kind of have to take them apart to kind of figure out how they work. That way you kind of know how to fix them if anything does happen in the future.
Exactly. And here's another thing, man. I also tell people to start small and cheap, because they come at me with motivation, enthusiasm. They're like, Reyes, I'm ready to change my life. And then 2 weeks, 30 days later, they're like, I don't want to do it no more. So So that's why I try telling people so they could avoid that. Don't invest so much into it when you first start, because maybe in a few weeks, in a month or so, you might not want to even do it no more.
Yeah, that's great advice. That's great advice. So another option that's out there too is a cheap way. Say if you wanted to get into vending, a viewer out there watching this, if you wanted to get into, there are those honor boxes, the honor charity boxes. Now I got into them. It's something I'm going to get away from. I'm actually going to give away my boxes, but it is a cheap way to get in there. And it's kind of, it'll give you a crash course on the vending because you get the boxes out. Those are very, very inexpensive. We're talking, you can get up to 5 boxes for under $100. And then to fill them, it only costs about $5 to fill them up with suckers. And then you can get used to doing that, checking up on your locations, keeping track of the numbers, and and see if it's something you like without being out, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So you are completely out of the vending game, right?
I'm out, bro. I don't have no machines left.
No machines. Where'd your machines go?
Well, my candy machines, I sold them. No, I gave them away, actually.
That's right. You gave a bunch.
Yeah, I had like 35. I gave a good 25 away. The other ones I sold, but then I had 4 full line machines, 2 sodas and 2 snacks. And I pretty much I hooked up a homie of mine. So because I knew he was doing it and I didn't want to do it anymore, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So for those of you who don't know, I actually bought Reyes' machines. He gave me a great deal, and it really gave me the player. He gave me the plug on it. So that really helped me out grow my business and grow my channel. So we're wrapping up the video here, Reyes. I want to say thank you again for being here. I do have one more question for you, and I'm going to ask everybody in the series this question. So I think I know the answer for this because you kind of made this clear during your journey on YouTube. But if you could get paid the same amount of money that you make now, doing any job in the world, but you have to work. So like if you could pick any job, but your salary would be exactly what it is today, what job would you pick?
Does it have to be a job or could it be my own thing?
Well, just work. Like, yeah, what type of work would you choose to do?
Well, teaching.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew that answer, but I don't know if everyone else out there knew that answer.
I love teaching, man. I honestly did YouTube for free for a couple years just because I love teaching. And now I feel like I'm doing what I love and making money out of it.
So you're kind of doing it. You kind of have the job that you would want, right?
Here's the thing. Everybody has different definitions of success. Me, I'm successful already because I wake up every day and I do what I want and I'm helping people and I'm getting paid for it. I mean, I don't know where else I could do that.
That's a trifecta. That's a trifecta. You're getting paid, you're helping people, and you're doing what you want. That's amazing. All right, Reyes. Hey, really appreciate you taking the time out. And hey, we'll see you next time.
For sure, Timo, for sure. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. Anytime. All right. We'll see you guys in the next video. Zelda. Hey, Zelda. Hi, Zelda.